Ibom Air passenger has been arrested for allegedly stealing a large sum of money from the luggage of a foreign traveler during a Uyo-to-Abuja flight. The incident triggered a scene on board as crew and passengers intervened. The suspect was reportedly caught after another passenger raised suspicion. A viral video shows the moment he was escorted off the aircraft amid mockery from fellow travelers, according to accounts shared online. The victim placed his hand luggage in the overhead compartment. On landing, he noticed the bag had been tampered with and his cash was missing. A female passenger reportedly saw the suspect move the bag earlier in the flight, and on the spot search, allegedly uncovered the missing money in his possession. Security agents were immediately called to arrest the suspect upon arrival in Abuja. Ibom Air has yet to issue an official statement on the incident. Now my question on this story, sir, is what security measures are in place on flights to prevent theft from passengers' luggage, just as the situation that we have here?
Okay. I think the security measures, right, that should be taking place here is the air hostess, Abby, right?
Yeah.
The air hostess, yeah, they should be able to, you know, make sure that the luggages and the packages of their let me use the word customers, because those who boarded the flight, they are like they are like someone who actually went to the market to get something. So let me use the word customer. So anyone who goes to their airline to board the plane is known as their customer. So they should be able to make sure that their luggages and their properties are being secured, properly secured, being taken care of. All right. When you do that, if you do that, and again, I think another thing that should be done is if they should give them a tag, anything that has to do with tag, anyhow they want to do it. But I think that tag will help to know if you give them a tag, if you give the owner of the luggage a tag, then you also put the same tag on the person's luggage, so that anybody who tampers a luggage, looking at the person's tag and looking at the tag on that luggage, you'll be able to know that, okay, this luggage is doesn't belong to this person.
Okay, that's a great one. So we've had situations like this where, especially recently, the whole aviation stuff, people fighting over the plane, people having issues on the plane, stealing on the plane and all of that. So my question now would be, how do airlines handle incidents of theft or misconduct? The whole social media presence, is it necessary? Because these people are their customers, like you said.
Yeah.
So when things come up like this, is there a need for it to be made public on social media? How do they handle these incidents when they happen?
All right. I think it's not really advisable putting it on air. Because when you think, most times there is this thing that they say that there's this adage they say that when you're pointing at somebody, the other hands are pointing back at you. Now, if you are trying to bring up such issues online, you are technically telling the people that you people are incompetent. All right?
The aviation itself, yes.
They are technically telling the people, the masses, that they are unable to handle these matters very well. All right? So if such a thing should come up, you should handle it your way. If you're handling the person sorry. if you're taking the person to the security personnel, you do it quietly without bringing it online, except in cases where there are persons, they are not the ones. Yeah, there is other passengers that actually took it online. But as for them, it's not advisable taking it online. This is your business. This is if you do it that way, a lot of persons might get discouraged coming to board plane in your airline. There are a lot of airlines in Nigeria.
But should that be a problem, considering the fact that, I mean, I'm not going there to steal, so why should I be bothered about if the airline decides to post stuff that happen on social media for people to see. Because I'm not going to board a flight with the intention of going there to steal.
Exactly.
So I think it's only of a great disadvantage to people who have wrong intentions. That shouldn't be a problem to someone who just wants to board a flight.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. Do you know why I said it should be? Okay. Now, you are not going there because you want to steal. Quite all right. Well, how about thinking in the perspective of this one that Ibom Air is always having issues, one problem or the other. I don't know the one I will have there now when I get to that, or I don't know the one that will happen to me, the misfortune that will come before me. So I better avoid it and go follow other airlines.
Yes,
do you get? So it will not give them a good name. Okay, look at the last one that happened. It's the same Ibom airline.
Exactly.
The girl. What's that her
name? That had the whole fight on air. And then,
exactly.
Yes.
And now, this particular one, the same Ibom airline.
True.
So it's not giving them a good name. All right, it's not giving them a good name. Some issues like this, there's no company, there's no airline that don't have. There's no way. It's not possible that anybody will tell me that other airlines does not have these casualties, these problems. It's not possible. But they kept it within themselves, handle it their own way, and make sure it doesn't go out. And that gave them a good name. All right, a good name in the sense that nobody is dragging them online. Their names are not out. Now, some persons will be very comfortable going there to board airline. Because
they feel that since they are not on the news all the time, they don't have issues.
Exactly.
All right. So now, the person whose money was stolen on this flight is actually a foreigner, a white man, let me use that word. Does this not paint a bad image? Because we've always had issues or situations where they say that, Nigerians have this bad image outside the country. Now, this is happening right in our country, and it's the same scenario where a Nigerian guy is stealing from. I mean, you boarded the flight just to go and steal. What image does that paint? Does this actually justify what these people think of us?
Okay, well, you see, everybody is entitled to what they think. All right, but looking at what they are thinking too, they are right.
But not everyone does that. No, that's the problem.
All right, but not everyone. And then this is where trust issues comes in, because now because of the encounters this man has gotten from some of the Nigerians, they will now be afraid doing anything with a Nigerian.
With Nigerians,
all right. They will be very much afraid, because they in their mind they are seeing these persons as thieves. They are seeing them as 419ers. They're seeing them as rogues. Different aspect, different perspective will run into their hearts. And like I said, everybody is entitled to what they think, okay? But then, in as much as everybody is entitled to what they think, it doesn't make one to look foolish. Foolish in the sense that you are now doing the things you ought not to do because of probably money, because of greed. All right, because of indiscipline, because you cannot discipline yourself enough to hold yourself over some of these worldly things that we see.
All right, thank you so much for that. So, considering all of this, are there consequences for situations like this where people steal, on the plane? Normally if it happens right here, you just probably take the person to the police station or something. So are there legal consequences for passengers caught stealing during a flight?
Yes. I think they should, because someone cannot do such a thing and then just go scot-free. I think there are security personnel there who will handle that.
Oh, that's good.